Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and welcome to another episode of Freeform Fridays, where I take rocks and fossils I find on the western shore of Lake Michigan, shine them up and make them look pretty. Here's the pile that we pick from. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's do this. So this is a horn coral that I cut in half, I don't know, a while ago. And actually, I was just looking at this one and it had a fracture, and I just took my hand and I was like, and I just to see if it would crack off, and it did. So I'm glad I actually did that, so I didn't, try to keep that on there and then crack it off in the sanding process. But I think we're gonna do this one today. We'll do this half. The other half stayed together, but I didn't mess with it yet either, so that one will probably crack apart too. But I think what I'm gonna do, like now that I have this like this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it stand right like that, and then just shine it up right like it is. Maybe try to soften this edge a little bit, put a little edge on it, like a little, like a little dome shaped standing stone, and it'll have a nice big horn coral right in the middle with that cool fossil soup in the middle of that, and make it look like a flower kinda. Little geode pocket over here. So that'll be sweet, I think. Here, let me get it wet. It doesn't really change much when it's wet because it's kind of just in limestone. It pops out a little bit more, but we should be able to get it to shine up and make it look really cool. And hopefully a lot of these other fractures don't crack out. So we'll have to kind of try to be gentle, especially on this side. But all right, so let's get the flat lap set up, and we'll probably start on the 80 grit and we'll just grind her down. So let's get grinding. Okay, so we're through all the discs. I didn't use a finishing disc because there were so many pits and cracks and stuff in this thing. I didn't want it all to just fill in with cerium. So here's the back. You can kind of see the whole horn there. I did get the edges. They did take an okay shine. And then this is what we got on the front. It actually took an okay shine for just being mostly limestone, I think. But you can see all those fractures in there, like just the whole entire thing is fractured. So I would think if I would just drop this thing on the floor, it would probably just burst into pieces. But I was able to keep it together and have that full horn in there with that really cool fossil soup in the middle, and then little crystal pockets on the right side. So I think it turned out really good, considering I just had to be really gentle with it and not drop it. So, all right, yeah, I think it turned out good. So let's put her up on the shelf, see if it stands. Ah, good, it does. Yeah, I think that turned out really, really good. Like, that's the best I could do with that piece, how soft it was and just how crumbly. So, all right. So if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for a couple close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.